Hi Krishna, so our Parikrama party on our way to the Jharikanda forest in a different part of Bihar than we are now. We've come to Bodhgaya. Bodhgaya. Bodhgaya is the place where Lord Buddha attained enlightenment. When he was a young man, I believe around 17 years of age, he had some deep realization about the futility of material life. So he came to this, what was previously a forested area, and he sat under a particular tree and attained enlightenment. That tree actually still exists. And his followers have built a huge complex here over many centuries. Actually, the main temple is 1,400 years old. It's an amazing complex, different stupas, they say that in Buddhism, different shrines and different samadhis of, their saints going back, 1,000 years or more. It's a very overwhelming experience here, actually. And there's a particular big function going on now. There's Buddhist monks from all over the world here. We happen to come on an auspicious day for them, and for us as well, because we know that from Srimad Bhagavatam, that Lord Buddha is one of the Dasavatars, or one of the 10 incarnations of Krishna. One of the avatars of Krishna. Krishna is avatari, he's the source of all the avatars. And each of the avatars, they come to this world and in their particular way encourage people in spiritual life. So Lord Buddha's message, or one of his main messages, was that of nonviolence, ahimsa, because at that time in the history of the world, he appeared 2,500 years ago, people were misusing the Vedic scriptures in the sense that there's some injunctions in the Vedic scriptures for killing animals and eating them, but for lower class people, with the idea that by regulated eating, you'll come to your senses and give it up. The Sanskrit word for meat is mamsa. Mamsa means me, you. So a person who eats meat, the idea is that in this lifetime, well, they would actually chant a mantra into the ear of the animal before killing it and then eating it. And the mantra included the word mamsa, which means in this life, I kill you and I will eat you, mamsa, but in the next life, you will kill me and eat me. So it doesn't make sense. So that regulated, injunctions brought a person to his senses and they became vegetarian. But 2,500 years ago, the priests and even the Brahmins were misusing that little injunction in the Vedas for the mass slaughter of animals. So Buddha appeared to stop that animal slaughter. He preached nonviolence. And violence is sometimes required. We know that Dharma has to be protected. So there's a class of men, Kshatriyas, they protect Dharma. But in general, people hope for nonviolence, a peaceful life. But that can be achieved when we understand our common identity. Nowadays especially, people want peace, but peace can be achieved when we understand we have a common identity. And what is that? That we're all part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that he's the seed-giving father of all living entities. It means every created being, regardless of what body they're in now, was created by Krishna. So essentially, we all have the same father, and we're all brothers and sisters. And that will help us to understand, or how to develop peace, because, well, there's a saying, blood is thicker than water. People love their families. But the greater family of man, the greater family of all created beings, is that we're all sons and daughters of Krishna. So this is ISKCON's message of peace. Lord Buddha preached nonviolence 2,500 years ago. The same concept is going on under the direction of our spiritual master, that we can achieve peace by respecting each other, not as these bodies, but as spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna. So here we've come to take shelter of Lord Buddha. He's an incarnation of Krishna. We can embody his renunciation, his simplicity in his life, his determined dedication. We're chanting mantras and reading scriptures, etc., and as the monks are doing here. So we've come here to be inspired in our own path of Krishna consciousness. Very unique experience. I don't think many devotees come here to Gaya, but it's a very cultural experience, because you see this temple 1,400 years old, all these different structures and all the chanting of the mantras and so forth and so on. It's very exhilarating. And again, Buddha's an incarnation of Krishna. So if you can, make it part of your parikrama when you come here to India. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Right, well.